just took a shower, so my hair's wet. What's up, everybody? There's nobody here. Just going live all by myself, like a big girl. I felt like doing this because the press conference was very infuriating and angry. It made me very angry. And it made me very sad. I felt like a lot of bummed out emotions. Because I just... Yes?
Half hour.
Thank you, half hour.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Are you live? You're live.
I'm live.
Harper Stage has a show, Our Great Tchaikovsky, which is coming in this weekend. It runs for like a week and a half. Harvey Felster, I think his name is. He plays piano himself and acts Tchaikovsky, does the life and death of Tchaikovsky.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know if there are tickets available for the Wednesday matinee, but I was going to ask.
And see if we want to do like a group trip over. Yeah.
Trip?
That sounds fun. Count me in for on Wednesday.
Wednesday, 2
Love
o'clock.
that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
And a reminder, no talk back tonight.
Yay! So yeah, I'm happy that I get to be here tonight and do this show. The last time some fucked up shit went down, it was when I was doing Tick Tick Boom and Donald Trump was elected president. And that was a very difficult evening. And I remember the next day coming into work and not feeling like I wanted to be there, feeling like I didn't want to do a show. I just didn't want to sing for people the day after that guy got elected. But then we started the show, and I realized that the audience was there to momentarily walk away from the situation that had happened. And I realized at that point, and it was definitely the second I got out on stage, I realized the energy in the room was that we were all upset about it together, and we were all feeling lost. And we got to the end of the show, and we did Louder Than Words. And if you don't know that song, you should probably listen to it tonight, because it's pretty spot on. And we did Louder Than Words, and people in the audience were full on weeping. I was crying. And that's when I realized that, as actors, even though we're doing musicals that are at times or at times a little more serious, we have a responsibility to our audience to, well, A, to give them an escape, but then B, to also comment through our art and talk about the things that are not right in the world. And that is a power of theater, and that is a power of art. And I, at that point, was like, well, now I know that if something happens that bums me out, that makes me feel like all hope is lost, at least we have this sacred space, a theater, to make people feel better, or make people feel, or give them an outlet to feel. Maybe their day was so busy that they just didn't have time to process. And so here they are in a dark room, facing a lot of societal issues in the theater, and feeling. So that is a mission that we as artists have to the people who come to see us and the people who need us. It's by no means we're not superheroes. And it's, it's what it is, but it's a responsibility nonetheless. And that being said, I'm happy to be here and happy to do this show tonight for these people who could be Trump supporters or could be, how can I say this without being offensive? They could either be Trump supporters or they could be like-minded, good-hearted, progressive people who value diversity and mixed cultures living next door to each other and everything that this country was built on. They'll argue otherwise, but that's what our country was built on. I think it's clear to me. My father is Ecuadorian, and he moved to America when he was 4. And my mom is Filipino, and she moved to America in her, late 20s, mid to late 20s. And they both moved to America in search of the American dream. To have a better life, to work hard and contribute, and then to eventually have a family and be able to provide for their family. And my parents worked really hard to get here and to provide a life that's comfortable for their family. And so when people shit on the beauty in that, it is incredibly infuriating, because if it wasn't for this country, if it wasn't for the American dream, I wouldn't be here. It's that simple. My dad's from Ecuador, my mom's from the Philippines. Like that, when do people from those sides of the earth even meet? Only in America. So I celebrate our differences here, and it's upsetting when I see that so many people who live here don't, and just don't have the mental capacity to do it. When it's 2017 and people are marching around spewing hatred towards black people and Jewish people and anyone that isn't white, it's like, but it also goes to show that, we, myself and other New Yorkers, live in a bubble, and that there are lots of nooks and crannies in this country where people are just taught to hate. And that's disgusting. So anyway, enough about that. George Wood for president. No, because someone will inevitably ask for my birth certificate. And I'm an alien, so I don't have an actual alien. I'm from another planet, so I don't have I do have a birth certificate, but it's a hologram. So you have to plug it into a light source, a laser, and then you can see all my information. I was born on Bleep Blorp. It's a great planet in the 7th nebulous, where it never rains, but it's typically about 375 degrees Fahrenheit all the time. So we have to wrap ourselves in ice packs, kind of like the characters at Disney World do, and when they wear the costumes in the summer. It's a bodysuit of ice. But we have Amazon out there too, so it's you never really have to leave your house. Is what I'm saying. Air conditioning is great there because the technology is just way more advanced. I mean, I hold my iPhone and I laugh. This is ridiculous. Like, what a prehistoric piece of technology. Ha ha ha! I laugh at you, Apple, because where I'm from, man, we got all sorts of things. We don't even need to use iPhones anymore because everything's built into our brains. So, Bleep Blorp. George Salazar is an alien. Someone fix his wiki page. I hope there's someone outside the door hearing all of this and getting very, very concerned. I'm fully expecting a phone call from the artistic and administrative staff at the theater. Why do I never get notifications of your lives? Russians. The Russians are keeping you away from me. I just have to change my pants, and this is not kind of live. So I'm going to do it out of the view of you. But let's do like a... What should we do? Should I do a lip? Not really in a lip-syncing mood. Ashley told me to do it live today because the day was so shitty and that I should leave it up so that people can watch it and feel a little better. But I'm kind of giving off some angry vibes too, so I don't know if that'll help. But yes, when you love somebody, you put your pants on for them, metaphorically. George, have you heard about the Be More Chill contest? Yes, I have. And I tried to find people's videos the other night, but I couldn't find any. I found a couple of like college students. I'm gonna do this, put my belt on. Saw a couple of college students singing it in class, but I have not seen the submissions. So I don't know what I have to search. Probably doing it wrong. But yeah, I'm excited for the. I'm excited to see who wins, and then I would like love to go see that production of Be More Chill. I don't know any of the specifics about the contest, unfortunately. But what's the BMC contest? From what I know, you post a video of you singing, I think it's Michael in the Bathroom, and the winner gets free licensing from Rogers and Hammerstein, and and then your school or community theater or high school or college, whatever, doesn't have to pay to put the show on. Don't be nervous. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You don't understand how many people make their own creep sweaters. Oh, I'm fully aware, and I'm obsessed, and I am mad that I didn't buy. So at the end of that contract, when we finished Be More Chill, the theater said, if you want to buy any of your costumes, you just pay half of what we paid, and you can keep them. That's what I'm... Yes?
15 minutes.
Thank you, 15. That's what I'm going to do with the sneakers that I'm wearing in this show, because they're super cool. And they're like weatherproof. They're like, you can wear them in the rain. I'm assuming in the snow, too. So they asked me what I wanted to buy, and I was like, well, I definitely want the Michael hoodie. And it used to be covered in patches, and they had to buy all those patches, and I think it was like, there was like $70 worth of patches on it. I mean, tons and tons of patches. And I was like, I don't really want all those patches, because then the sweater was going to cost me like $100. So I was like, can I just take the patches off? And they were like, yeah. So then I think I got the sweater. I got to keep the sweater for like $60. Start your own line of creep sweaters. Oh, speaking of clothing lines, who's making all of these George Salazar Be More Chill? There's also like LOL You're Not Will Connolly like t-shirts. Somebody sent me the Redbubble link to all of these shirts, and I need to know who's making those and selling them, because it's hilarious. And if you're even selling any at all. How do you feel about having fans all over the world? It's crazy. I don't really know how to process it, but I'm very appreciative. Yeah, go to Redbubble and search Be More Chill or George Salazar or Will Connolly. There's an LOL You're Not Will Connolly shirt, and I think I'm gonna buy one because that's pretty hilarious. Hi, Lollipopsy from Australia. Do you have a favorite vocal warm-up? Yes. I just sing scales and I lip trill, and then I just go for the highest note, and if it's not there, I keep warming up. This apple is burning my lips. You're probably allergic to apples. I'm allergic to apples. Not all of them, but most of them. Also, like sometimes when they're treated with pesticide, if you don't wash it good enough, that I find I have allergic reactions to that as well. This chain is very fake, but it was very expensive. The theater spent $79.95 on this chain that I will not be buying. I thought about buying my pants at the end of the run, but they're a little too like baggy and like army looking. Shoes, I'm gonna get the shoes. I'm also allergic to shrimp, which is really rich because my first job in New York City was working at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, and that's how I found out I was allergic to shrimp. On your orientation day, they give you like a sampling of shrimp, and I was 250 pounds back then, and I loved to eat, especially when the food was free. So I ate a lot of shrimp that day, and I went home and was like, I'm really tired. So I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, my face was covered in hives. And I looked like a Dick Tracy villain, and I called my mom crying and was like, is this gonna go away? Like that dentist kid. Is this gonna be forever? I looked like a Dick Tracy villain. If anyone's seen the movie Dick Tracy, great movie. Steven Sondheim wrote original music for that. My shirt size is a medium. I love shrimp too, though. I grew up eating shrimp. It was an allergy that I acquired later in life, which happens. Look it up. It's interesting. They say that like approximately every 7 years your allergies can shift. George's love, George's lie. Sorry. Thought of that gives me hives. Thought of that gives me hives. I do speak in a lot of, I do, now that you're mentioning it, speak in a lot of Joey Conis lyrics. Whatever. Sorry, not sorry. Not a bad problem to have. I'm allergic to cow juice. Milk? I'm Algeria to nothing. Well, dysphoria, yes, I know it very well. I used to be allergic to pecans, but now I eat pecan pie all the time. And now you're fine, see? Because you were allergic to it for a little bit, and then you're not. They say if you just expose yourself to something you're allergic to in small quantities, don't try this. The last thing I need is posts of everyone covered in hives being like, you told me that I could eat small quantities of this thing that I'm deathly allergic to, and now look at me. Do you ship boyfriends? Of course. Do you have a moment to discuss our Lord and Savior George Salad Bar? No, I don't have time for that. You're allergic to temporary tattoos? No! Temporary tattoos are my favorite. That's my condolences. What I've been meaning to ask around was, I'm kind of talking to some people about doing a show at 54 Below in New York City, but my biggest fear in doing that, let's talk about fear. My biggest fear in doing that is that 7 friends will come, and then it'll just be super empty, and then I'll end up owing money to 54 Below. So I guess I want to know if people would actually come see a show at 54 Below early next year, a January, February, March situation. I realize a lot of you are from other areas of the world, But Nikki Beliveau said, I'll buy a plane ticket. My DNA says I'm lactose intolerant. Testing back. Has been an part of like a... Oh, you know, I am lactose intolerant, but I still eat ice cream. Not all the time, but when I really want ice cream, I'll get ice cream. And I'll tell you what, I'll spare the details, but it's rough. I always regret it. But it's so good going down. Especially Americone Dream. That's my favorite. I definitely would if I didn't live in England. I'm in New York, no problem, I'll be there. Amazing. Okay, cool. I have friends in New York City, I'll go with them. If you do it next summer, I can come, like, no joke. Maybe there'll be one in the summer. I don't know. I've never done my own show because I just didn't feel like I earned a solo show. But I'm talking to a very incredible composer about maybe doing, like, the two of us on stage. This is good to know. This is very good to know. It would be like somewhere in between January and March. So hopefully, and I'll obviously keep everyone posted as it's very early in the conversation. Ben & Jerry's makes dairy-free ice cream, and it's so freaking good. I know, but it doesn't taste the same. That's my problem. Could you pick me up from Canada and from New York? Probably not. Just gonna be honest with you. Thank you for liking my art. Of course, thank you all for sending me your art. Also today I got a really great letter. The names I'm blanking on. Ella sent me, I think Ella sent me the letter. I got a letter today, and I got a beanie that was hand stitched. So if the writer of that letter and the creator of the hat are here right now, know that thank you so much, and I'll write you back later this week. George, I'm waiting on the corner. School got out an hour ago. Where are you? Oh my god, I knew I forgot about something. I gotta go. Went to the corner. You weren't there. So, you have to clarify what corner you're on. You can send stuff to this theater. TheaterWorks in Hartford, but I'm only going to be here until next Sunday's our last show, and I'm leaving that night, so I don't want anything to, like, get here and then have the theater have to, like, send forward stuff to my address in New York. You really don't have to do any of that either. Thank you, but you don't have to do that. What else? I went to Trader Joe's today. Oh, okay, here we go. Protect Michael Mel. Yo, it's a... Yes?
5 minutes.
Thank you, 5.
I'll let you know if it's clear.
Thank you. Yo, it's a shrimp wrap. A rap about shrimp. Something that makes George flinch. We have a good time on his live stream. We talk about politics and American dream. Ice cream. And this rap is over. Soph out. Beautiful. What are your thoughts on Ben leaving Dear Evan Hansen? I'm excited to see what Ben does next. He's so talented. And I'm stoked to see other people do that part. I just want to give you a... Where did my girlfriend? I think she's in this chat somewhere. Trader Joe's is the best. Their frozen Indian food is so good. So good. My Broadway crush. That's a great question. I'm gonna say, I would say